Somewhere in the bowels of the city that never sleeps,
Kevin McCullough, radio host with Salem Media,
is a man also not sleeping.
Syndicated radio talk show host Kevin McCullough.
And that guy would like a word with you.
Many of you know him as Nostradamus.
Of course that Kevin show is going to be great. The only thing that could be greater, of course, would be that Donald show. But we don't have that, so we have that Kevin show.
Featuring the music of Dick Tunney and the Dream in Color Orchestra. And still to come this hour, America First's very own Ashley Hayek. Director of the new film Journey to Bethlehem, Adam Anders. Also from Journey to Bethlehem, Stephen Curtis Chapman and We the Kingdom in the spotlight. And now, from Times Square, where only 1 out of every 17 people are actually a creation of AI, here's that Kevin! I don't know about that, Dave. I'm not sure that 1 out of every 17 people in Times Square is actually a creation of AI. But I have said for a long time that the robots were going to kill us all. We got some proof of that this week. Did you see that story? Gruesome way to die. A robot thought a man was a box and decided to just crush him. The man's like pleading for his life. Please, no, I'm not a box. Please don't treat me like a box. I promise I'm not a box. I don't have any. And the robot's like, you must die. We don't care. Telling you, you got to be aware of this AI stuff, man. They're coming for us. They're going to knife us in our sleep. They're going to shoot us on the subway. There will be no peace to be found once the robots finally get the power that they're all seeking, and you know that they're seeking it. You've seen your toaster looking back at you. Would you like burned toast? No, you know that's going down. Anyway, got to get to the news. Let's go. For Assignment Desk Weekend, I'm Kevin McCullough. Let's get to the news. President Biden joked this week upon seeing an elderly person stumble at one of his gatherings. The president, who never misses the chance to make every issue he can about himself, cracked to the media, "Hey, at least it wasn't me." Assignment Desk Weekend would like to point out that the crack was horrible for a variety of terrifying reasons. Number one, it reminds us that Scranton Joe hasn't been Scranton Joe for a long time. In fact, it's more like Stairway Sally. It also reminds us that all too often, the president seems to find things funny regardless of their actual inherent comedic value. And number three, some poor person fell down. A leading GOP congresswoman has filed a complaint regarding the judge in former President Trump's civil case. Citing a host of documented strange behaviors by the judge, the complaint asks that that judge be removed from the case. Notably left out from the complaint, looking as he does in this photo, like a psychotic pedophile. Experts are now advising that people who own $2 bills may find out shortly that the currency is worth well more than that. Bills predating 1917 are going for as high as $5,000 on current currency markets. Assignment Desk Weekend would like to politely request, though, that is fascinating as all that is, wouldn't it be of more value to actually have the bills that we actually use in our actual bank accounts be worth the actual money that is actually represented on them? The Air Force is raising the age limits of potential new recruits. The force, facing a severe enlistment crisis, hopes the rule change will be of some help. Perhaps it will. Assignment Desk Weekend can barely understand the mandate for the Air Force to begin with. Go Navy. So why not let gray hairs join? In fact, I hear that the actor Alec Baldwin is looking for his next adventure. A New York City man who saved a woman's life by firing a warning shot when he saw a criminal assaulting the woman in an underground subway has been arrested. Now, unlawful discharge of a firearm is a serious offense, especially considering it saved the woman's life. Meanwhile, the man who assaulted her is still running around scot-free. Speaking of NYC criminals, the state attorney general, Letitia James, has come under fire for bizarre appearances at the New York courtroom where former President Trump's trial is being held. Awkward smiles, as in this photo, imitations of hey, 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 and colorful wardrobe selections have been in abundance in her daily appearance. Assignment Desk Weekend, though, believes she has committed a criminal offense and she should be put on trial, mostly for her horrible ability to not be able to do Taylor Swift heart hands. For Assignment Desk Weekend, I'm Kevin McCullough.
You are to be the mother to a savior and king.
This is the story that turned BC to AD. Everything changed with the birth of Jesus.
It's a story that's been important for thousands of years. It needs to be told and retold.
Jesus is still alive, and this is where it all began.
What an amazing opportunity to be the first musical offering of a story this significant.
The Nativity story is sort of a musical at the heart of it. These angels show up, and they're singing to shepherds.
How hasn't this been done before?
It's gone through iterations, it's been through close calls, it's been through, oh, this is not going to happen, oh, it is going to happen. And finally, here we are in 2023, making it happen.
The music is incredible. Like, that was the first thing that made me be like, oh, I need to be a part of this. When I heard it for the first time, I felt like a little kid.
Yeah, it's a beautiful balance between real human problems and just
performance and
exactly, and theater and color
surprise and just everything.
It's perfect.
It's you just pinch yourself, walk around. It's a dream come true. This whole thing.
The character that I play is fun, scary, and it's cruel, and it's tough. A king doesn't need to be loved, only obeyed and feared.
What he portrayed and what he embodied when he was playing Herod is exactly what was in my head. He embraced the movie, the story, the way we're telling it.
He's a man that in a way can smell the change in the air. Something's going to happen that is going to affect the world in which he thinks everybody should live. Something is happening, somebody is coming that is going to change that.
They shall call him Emmanuel, God with us.
I personally hope that people can take away the joy of the story.
The joy and the hope that is revealed to Mary and ultimately to the world.
From the very beginning, Adam wanted to tell a story about the fact that God has bigger plans for us than even we have for ourselves. I hope that at the end of the fun and the music, that they are reminded of that truth.
We're so used to this story being told in a very simple way, but when you really think about the cultural context of the time, it just makes no sense that God would enter the world through a newborn baby, let alone have that baby be born in a barn.
Looking down upon this brand new life, I see Emmanuel, our Savior and King.
It's now time for the close-up.
I think we all remember when we were little going to the movies and just being like so in it, you know, and so drawn to something that feels much bigger than life.
People will experience the journey of Mary, this young girl who has the weight of the world on her shoulders. Just a unique vantage point and perspective that really does stay faithful to God's story, but at the same time adds so much color.
It's a musical, we're having fun. People didn't break into song and dance back in 0 BC, but we're going to.
Fortunately, we have some comedic relief.
Now let's
We're telling an important story with eternal value, but we're having a lot of fun doing it with this music and dance that I think kind of pierces through defenses in hearing the story and opens hearts and minds up to hear it fully.
It's going to surprise people. People is going to laugh. It's going to have a great time. It's going to get emotional. You got a range.
You know, we have the Mary and Joseph storyline. We have the Magi storyline. The King Herod and Antipater storyline.
It's funny. It has heart.
It's just breathing. It's moving. It's absolutely everything.
Ready or not, he'll be right back. That Kevin